And I was always making videos of me and my friends, making vlogs on YouTube before vlogs was even a thing.
Wow.
Or we knew this is a vlog.
If you've ever seen a Leoni Joyce edit, you know that this girl is fantabulous.
Next thing I know, it was just going viral. Everyone was watching it, retweeting it. Amber from Love Island was talking about it.
Money's a big thing, you know? Let's be frank and honest. Passion can only take you so far.
Yeah. Sometimes with creative subjects, when you actually study them, it can take away your love for it.
As a creative, I think you begin to overthink your content when you're thinking money, money, money.
Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to the Mochunkstv. Welcome to the installment of Chit Chat with Mo, where we have controversial debates, honest conversation, and so much more. And today we have an amazing guest. We have Leoni Joyce in the building.
Hey guys.
And if you've ever seen, like I said in What's Trending, if you've ever seen a Leoni Joyce edit, you know that this girl is fantabulous. You know that she's super brilliant in what she does. And like the reason why I actually wanted to have you on the show today is I came across a tweet of yours where you were like, you know, you're like, you know, shocked that brands are like now reaching out to you and it's becoming so like your normal routine. And I'm not shocked because like I've seen, no, really like the amazing work that you've put out there and like kind of wanted to just talk to you about, okay, the realities of being an influencer, content creator, because it's multiple jobs in one.
Yeah.
And to get to the point where you're being paid for what you do. So first of all, just introduce yourself. I know I've done an introduction, but just do an extra.
And a great one.
Do an extra introduction about who you are and what you do.
Okay, so I guess you could say I'm a content creator, and my main purpose in everything I do is to spread joy.
Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah.
So that's like my driving force. And one thing that I guess explains a lot of what I do, I originally wanted to be a music video director.
Oh, wow.
So that's how I started in my career.
Really, that makes, wow. Okay, sorry, go on.
And so then I mean, we can get into that later, but through that I then worked for 5 years as a video editor. Okay. So again, that explains a lot of what I do. So yeah.
Oh wow. So like everything was kind of leading up to this moment.
Yes, everything.
I find that so fascinating. Like, so video director, video editor, and those are the skills that you now utilize today to create your fun videos where you show like fashion. Is it just fashion, or are there other things that you kind of venture into?
It's fashion. I mean, fashion, I guess, is always going to be a thing because I'm always wearing clothes and they may change. But there's times I may collaborate with a TV company. Okay. Or it may be for a song. Okay. So it's like, it's dance. Oh, yeah,
I've seen the Prime Video.
Yes, yeah. So it's loads of things coming together. But I guess fashion always plays a part. Yeah.
Wow. And when did you kind of know that you wanted to do like content creating? Like, what was the thing for you that was like, oh, let me actually go into this? Because I think content creation doesn't just happen. Yeah. Or sometimes it does.
Some people can just fall into it, but I guess when I knew I wanted to be a music video director, so I was initially gonna go to uni and study accounting. Okay. That was my dream from like 10 years old.
So after the music video director?
Before. So this was before, and I was studying everything. I was doing business, finance, got into like Manchester and Aston Uni to study it. At the very last minute, I decided, let me do what I'm passionate about. And I was always making videos of me and my friends, making vlogs on YouTube before vlogs was even a thing.
Wow.
Or we knew this is a vlog. And I enjoyed dancing as well. Like I would dance at school performances and I'd maybe get someone to film it and then put it up on YouTube. So I was always someone that was creative, but I was also someone that was stubborn. And I was like, I'm going to be an accountant. And my mum and sister were like, you're so creative. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah. And then, and then, last minute, changed my mind, had never studied anything media. So I had to take a year out. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I'm always just, I guess, I'm just always confident in myself. Like, I don't think it will go wrong. I'm like, if I have an idea, I'm going to execute it. And then a competition came up with the Mobos.
Okay.
And you had to make a video showing like why you want to win. And if you won, you get to go get your award on stage, go backstage, all of that. But you got to work with a music video director as well. So I made like loads of videos that had won Best Video at the Mobos, recreated them like through people I had met around, getting them to be in the video with me and stuff. And then I ended up winning.
Wow.
It's so funny. The day I found out I won, because this was the year I had taken a year out, I was getting like job seekers allowance as well. Wow. So I was in the job seekers waiting to get my my pay or signing on or whatever. And I get a call like, you've won, you're coming to the Mobos.
Wow.
And Kanya King, the creator of the Mobos, she was the one that called me and she was telling me everything her and the director liked about the video. And I think it was in that moment I was like,
you can do this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think we do need those like confirmations along the way that actually this is my path and this is for me. And although I do think sometimes it's not smooth, there must be, you must have experienced moments where like, is this even worth it?
Yes.
Like, where exactly is this going? Because like, I've definitely had that limbo many times in my journey so far. Like, I kind of felt like in this season of my life, I've been going like round and round in circles in terms of, okay, let's pursue this. And then something distracts me. Maybe a job offer or something like that. I go on to do that. And then I'm like, actually, you know, maybe like recently I experienced like job losses. In the times, but in between each job, I was doing so well with my content. And then another job offer came and then do you know what I mean? And then you come back into it and then it's like, okay, well, money's a big thing, you know? Let's be frank and honest. Passion can only take you so far. In terms of you want to go on to buy a house, raise a family. We're not even talking you want to be rich, but you want to be comfortable, right?
You want to live.
You want to live. Listen, in London, you walk out and you breathe and you spend £20.
Literally.
Like, we need money to live. So like, how do you go from passion to actually still while staying in purpose, like this is actually paying me as well. I think that's a big thing that a lot of creatives struggle with, including myself. So like maybe like talk us through that.
So again, I went to uni, studied film and video. That is like, that's a whole other story for another day because loved my uni experience, moving out of London. Where did you go to uni? I went to Derby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quite close to Leicester.
Yes. Oh, you went to Leicester?
I went to Leicester, yeah.
Neighbours.
Yeah, literally. It's like a 15-minute train or something like that.
I would always pass it because I would get coach because I was cheap.
Oh,
I would always pass it.
I could not do with the coach. Like I always did train. I don't know, maybe I'm just bougie like that. And also because I'm based in West Sussex.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a further, you know what I mean? But go on.
But, so I really enjoyed the experience.
Yeah.
Didn't like my course at all. Yeah. And that put doubts in my head as well. But I got through that. And then working in the industry, I got to work on like music video shoots and stuff I was enjoying. What
was the degree that you did?
Film and video production.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even in the path that you enjoyed, you were having doubts. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. And I always remember thinking, I'm so glad I only just studied this now. Because sometimes with creative subjects, when you actually study them, it can take away your love for it. Wow. And that's what happened during uni,
Yeah. Because I always, you know, now that you're saying that, I always kind of slightly regret not studying journalism. But now that you say that, actually, that might have sucked my passion for it.
It may have. With journalism, I'm not as sure, but it's like, it's harder to, I feel like, grade, say if it's film or if someone was doing art and say this is wrong or this is right. It just doesn't make sense to me. I then restarted up my YouTube channel again after uni because I was freelancing. I've always worked as a freelancer, so that's helped.
Once you go freelance, it's so hard to go back.
Yeah. So I was like, I have a bit more free time. Let me restart my YouTube channel. But I was never as focused on it. It was always for fun. I never wanted to earn money off of it because I was always just doing dance videos, using music so it's gonna
like copyright. Yeah,
it's gonna. It was always just a passion.
It's so annoying that they do that, like, because you could actually take your creativity to the next level if you could actually use like songs you like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't remember when the shift happened, but I started to enjoy Instagram a bit more as well, and thought, let me start like shooting nice pictures. And a friend taught me how, you pack up all your clothes, go out, shoot, get changed in toilets.
Trust me, if you're a content creator, you will learn to change outside.
Yes.
Oh my God, my body.
No.
Listen, I've changed in the park,
Yeah.
out in the open.
Yeah.
Just quick.
And you learn to dress ready for the quick change sort of thing as well.
Yeah.
And then I thought, okay, I do want to show my personality a bit more. But I wasn't comfortable speaking on camera at that point. So I thought, okay, I could do dance tutorials because people want them, and bring other people on and teach them. And that way it's easier to get my personality across. So I started doing like dance tutorials, teaching. I think I taught a few people from like Backchat. I taught Reese Parkinson, Shantanya Beckford, and so those really started to take off. And then I started to make money on YouTube, and then I had the first clothing brand, Shein, reach out to me and say they want to send me clothes.
So this was from YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, because I kind of thought you started off Instagram, Twitter, and that's when the brand started coming. So it started in YouTube. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and at first I thought, is this a scam? Because I don't know if anyone's ever worked with the email. Sometimes is a bit.
Yeah.
And people have messaged me and been like, I got an email from Shein. Is this legit? I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
At the time, I was in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, okay, I'm not really a fashion content creator. How can I spin this and do something fun? And Boyfriends Rates My Outfit video was quite big at that time.
Yeah, it still is.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, let me just do that.
Yeah,
and
that light that just came in.
And he was up for it, and they started to do well.
Yeah.
My YouTube channel started to grow more.
Yeah.
And then I thought, okay, let me try and really get into Instagram. And for the longest time, Instagram, I was only taking pictures.
Yeah.
And I would always think in the back of my head, I should do some videos on here. I should dance more because I do really enjoy dance. But again, I had become a bit insecure about my dancing. I didn't think I was as good as the people that I watched.
That's the imposter syndrome trying to poke its head. Right before the opportunities come, it literally tells you you're not meant to be here. Yeah.
And then literally, so that was, Instagram was just pictures. YouTube, I do like vlogs, outfit hauls. And it was like that for a good maybe 2-3 years. And then last year, so I was working with Shein quite frequently and earning money on there as well.
Wow.
But it was just Shein. It wasn't really many other brands. And then last year I thought, let me try and dance a bit more on Instagram. And I actually started on TikTok, but just only using the filter where you can get all 3 of you.
Okay.
And I would never actually post it to TikTok or maybe 1 or 2, but it was just for Instagram.
Right.
And so I did like 1 video every few weeks. This wasn't even last year. I think it was 2019 towards the end. Then 2020 happened.
Yeah.
What happened in 2020?
Yeah.
Lockdown started, and I thought, let me really try and do these videos. So I would learn different dance routines, post them again every few weeks.
Let me tell you, this lockdown did a lot for like content creators in terms of this was the moment where I believe a lot of us decided, okay, let's do this. You know, we have a bit more time, we're at home, we have an audience, they need entertainment, you know, let's serve them.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
I had 2 video ideas I wanted to do. I wanted to do, do you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Yeah, used to, when it was still popping.
Okay, so do you remember when Phaedra read Kenya?
Phaedra,
and she was like, in the reunion.
Yeah, something, so you could have a baby now, check that. Oh my gosh, that was, ooh, Chile.
My God,
Yeah.
I wanted to recreate that moment, and I was just going to be like, wearing the different dresses and just change the backgrounds, but all on TikTok. And then I thought,
wow, sorry, go on. I think it's amazing how you can use like what's trending for your thing. Like Do you know what I mean? Like, you've made that relevant to fashion.
Yeah.
You know, that usually isn't what you see people do. You see people doing a voiceover for comedy.
Yeah.
And you thought, well, fashion's my thing. Exactly. And this is quite a scene that a lot of people like. Let's merge the two. That
was literally, yeah. And I went to do that. But then I had an idea, Beyonce Freakum dress. That would be quite fun. So I was like, okay, I was going to do the Real Housewives of Atlanta first. But then I was on a Zoom call. It ran over. So I said, okay, I'll just do the Freakum dress. So I did it. Edited it. It took a while because it was the first time editing something like that. There were so many changes, but I enjoyed it because I always thought I work as a video editor. I put in so much time at work. Why don't I ever put it into my videos?
Your own stuff, yeah. And
so I did it, posted it, whatever. Next thing I know, it was just going viral. Everyone was watching it, retweeting it. People that I was like, Amber from Love Island was talking about it.
Wow.
It was just going crazy, and my phone was just kicking off.
Buzzing.
And at that time, I had just got a new job as a social media manager.
Okay.
So I was still having to go in as well. So I would come home.
It was probably early 2020.
Yeah, this was during lockdown, though.
Okay.
They were making me go in.
Oh, wow.
Even though I shouldn't have been going in. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I would come home, get home at maybe like 6:30, 7, eat, then think of a new idea, choreograph it, film it, stay up editing till maybe 4 a.m., get like 2 hours, 3 hours sleep, and go back to work. So I was doing that for a while, and so a lot of the videos that came after that, I was like working, and then the workplace just were not supportive. Like, I went through a traumatic experience. They weren't really there for me. Like I said, I'll come in I only gave myself 2 days, and I was like, I'll be in that day or I'll be working. And they didn't even ask, how did it go? They didn't reply to my message and just said, can you do this now? And I was like, okay, that'll strike one. Then he made, because people, like different people up in the public eye were starting to see my videos. So Janet Jackson reposted one of my videos. I was like, oh my God. I told one person at work about it because it's Janet Jackson. Do you know what I mean? And then one time, the guy that owned the company, he was like, I don't know if this is really for you. Maybe you're more focused on going viral with Janet Jackson videos. And he was saying it to really try and belittle me. And I was just like, this isn't somewhere I need to be.
Yeah.
And I knew they were looking for an excuse to let me go as well. So I was like, let me just go now before they get the chance.
I've actually found that as a creative, sometimes it's hard to merge your creative world with your work world.
Yes.
And sometimes when they find out about your creative world, they're a bit jealous.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it. Like, they're a bit like, you can't have both.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't get it, because when I was at work, I was at work. Like, I would only get 30 minutes lunch break. I put in those hours. I wasn't sleeping much because I was like working on my way home as well. Anyways, so I decided to leave. And then I thought, okay, let me try and do this full time. So that's been my driving force, is that there's no plan B. This is it. This is how I'm making money.
Wow. Yeah. I remember seeing something from Will Smith, and he was like, why would you have a plan B? Plan A is going to work.
Yeah.
Plan B distracts from plan A. Wow.
Yeah. And I think I've always, maybe even content creation has always been my plan B. It's never been a plan A. It's always been something on the side. And I've seen the big shift when I've actually...
So you do it full time now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was a crazy thing. I decided to do it full time when I was at maybe 10K. That's not the time you really quit and say, yeah, let me go full time. I wasn't making crazy money, but I was just like, let me bet on myself and see what happens.
Wow. That is really, really amazing. And I'm really glad that you made that shift as well, because I think it is a scary shift for a lot of creatives. Like, okay, I'm going to do this full time now. This is going to be my bread and butter.
Yeah.
And what's it been like since you kind of took that plunge? Has it always been good? Do you have times when like nothing's really coming in? And also, I think, something that a lot of creatives didn't need to learn as well. Do you pitch to brands?
Yeah. It's definitely been up and down, and I'm sure there's still many more ups and downs to come. Luckily, I moved home.
Okay.
So I didn't have that pressure of, okay, I need to make rent, or, I need to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
But things were on an incline and they've continued to go that way. So that's helped.
Yeah.
And there's been more brand deals coming in, more agencies I've been able to work with. But there are moments where I stop and think, and it lasts for maybe like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and then I have to shake it. But I'm like, okay, I'm 28.
Yeah.
Am I just trying to make money on me dancing on the internet? Like, when you look at it in black and white, you may sound a bit crazy. But then I'm like, no, it's going to work.
Most visionaries are, like, or perceived that way in comparison to the world. I think, like, I'm quite similar to you. Like, you know, when I decided, okay, I want to focus on MCTV, I thought, okay, let me move home. Because I think there is that pressure. As a creative, I think you begin to overthink your content when you're thinking money, money, money.
Yeah.
Rather than, okay, I actually want to do this. I actually enjoy creating these kind of videos. You start overthinking, going viral because you need to make rent.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember 2019 was a really tough year for me because I moved out and I was freelancing. So I was freelancing as a videographer as well as a content creator.
Okay, I was going to ask what you did.
Yeah, so it was videography. I was doing like weddings, things like that. And it was bringing money in, but you know like how it is. Sometimes there's nothing. Sometimes what you make this month will have to last you for 3 months because you don't know what's literally coming next. So I think that year of my life, I mean, there was good bits in a sense of I got to heal. So like my family life wasn't the best and I got to kind of go away for a minute and just kind of clear my head. So I think that was definitely a huge plus, getting to know new people in the industry. But financially, it was a tough year. And I think that's the thing, that's a reality that I think a lot of creatives need to kind of weigh up. Are you ready to kind of maybe next month not really have much and have to kind of tighten your budget, things like that. Do you know what I mean? It's not for the faint-hearted.
At all.
Like, it's really not. And now, you know, moving back home, like I said, I think going away did both my family and myself good because I'm more comfortable at home now. But the way it was going back then, So I think it was definitely necessary, but also I don't have that pressure of, oh my God, my rent. I remember the first month I was home and the end of the month came and I was like, wow.
This is what it feels like
This is what it's like to not, and obviously like I'm contributing at home, but it's like if I'm having a bad month, for example, my parents aren't going to make me fork out. That's very different from like your landlord saying like, I need rent.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So I think I'm definitely more comfortable now and I am looking forward to the stage where like I can get to your stage where it's like the brand deals are coming in. Do you pitch to brands, by the way?
So,
or do they just come?
I've pitched like, I feel like maybe it's once or twice. Okay. And one time I wasn't even looking to get paid, but I always have an idea of a video and then think, okay, who can I work with? So I wanted to do the Lady Marmalade. And I was like, I am not going to be able to, the way I want it to look, I'm not buying these like lingeries because it has to be the corsets. You need the stocking. And I was like, you know, I would be open to just being gifted it. So I reached out to a brand called Love Honey, but I was very careful. I said, okay, let me not say gifting.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I said, let me not say gifting just in case.
Leave it open. Yeah.
And then they said to me, okay, what is your rate? I said, oh, okay.
Wow. So I think that goes to show as well, which is something I really wanted to point out in this conversation, that it's not just about being an influencer and being a content creator, but it's about being a content creator and influencer that makes good quality work.
Yes.
I think brands recognize that. They're not stupid, you know?
Yeah.
There are people behind these emails. They're going to go on your social media. They're going to see your previous work. And I think that also goes to show that you do need to do the passion work for a while in terms of you're buying the stuff yourself for the hauls, for the videos, whatever it may be. You're creating good quality content. They're going there. That's your reference point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just how it is. You have to put in to get out.
Yeah,
like,
you got to spend money to make money.
Even this weekend, like, I bought, like, you know, costume. I got, like, new hair. I got new clothes for my haul. Do you know what I mean? Like, even this place that we've rented out. And this is something that I want to be doing regularly so I can have more guests on the show. You have to put in to get out.
Yes.
And sometimes it's not immediately that you get that return on investment. Sometimes you might not get that return on investment. You kind of have to hope. Because, like, I never want to be that kind of, I don't know, motivational speaker or whatever it may be that tells you, if you work hard, you're gonna get it. If you invest, you're gonna. No, it doesn't always.
You won't always get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to wait for it.
No, but this was a really, really brilliant conversation. Do you have any other pointers just before we kind of round up?
the one thing I'd say is, and everybody says it, but it's so true, be you, because you are the only one that is you.
Yeah.
And work out what you can do to make things different. There is definitely room for you.
Yeah.
People say it's oversaturated, but there's always room for...
I think you have a serious unique selling point.
Thank you.
Like, it's just, she does the dance videos, the switches, the editing, is stuff that a lot of content creators might not have the skill set for, and they might be lazy with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like... Yeah, you have a serious unique selling point, so I think that works for you. So that's a really good one.
So work out how you can bring something different, and also be willing to put in the work, because there are many videos that I've spent 6 hours editing just to have
that's
like a
word
resume.
For me. My goodness, resume,
and then eventually now it's at the point that I can charge a really good price that people with my following are probably not charging that high, and I'm probably charging as much as someone with double my following. But it's because of that work I've put in and how what I'm doing is unique and the quality of it.
What's the highest you've charged a brand?
I wouldn't say the exact amount, but I'd say 4 figures.
Wow.
And that was, I was at so now I'm on like maybe 25k in following. And at the time, maybe I was at 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's when I started to get into that realm. So,
And listen, like, you think you'd need to get to like 100k followers before you start charging something like that. So that is really, do you know anything about usage as well? Do you let brands use your content?
Yes, and that's why I love, is it influencer pay gap?
Yes.
And that's why I learned about usage. I learned about the rights, all of that. Like, and that's what helped me negotiate that deal.
Okay.
Because beforehand, I had worked with them, didn't charge for any of that. So when they came around the second time, I was like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And I had a figure in my mind that I wanted to get. It was last year, 2020.
Yeah.
And that was, I don't know if I did a video and I was like popping a bottle with my brother celebrating like my biggest deal.
Yeah.
And then like literally 2 weeks later, I went on to even double that, but I wasn't going to just keep popping bottles.
Yeah. She's got her iced coffee. Is this something you really love?
Oh, thank you. Oh my God, this is everything I love.
Thank you. We're literally at the end of our conversation and someone's kindly got us some snacks. Thank you so much.
But yeah.
If you like so.
Thank you.
Just as we wrap up. But yeah, we're just talking about usage rights and the fact that you can actually, for those of you that don't know, basically, as a content creator, if a brand goes on to use your content for marketing purposes on their website, on their Instagram, that's going to make them more money. So you can actually charge. So I recently saw someone on Twitter, she was kind of arguing with a brand. Or her friend was shouting at the brand saying, you use my friends. I'm like, no, this isn't how you do it. You send them an email and say, you acknowledge that it's on their site. Thank you so much for noticing me, but I would like to charge a rate for marketing. It's been on your website for X amount of time.
Yeah.
You can, do you know what I mean? But this person was kind of arguing on her behalf. You're actually ruining her opportunity to work with the brand. Especially in this pandemic, I've heard that a lot of brands have been working with micro-influencers. So that's like if you're under 10k. Micro-influencers that are talented, that can make good content from home by themselves, and then they use it on their page. So it's not even like they're not expecting you to sell. You make the content and we'll use that to sell on our site. I wanted to ask you about friendships in the industry. Like, are you close with anybody? Like, how did they come about? Has it helped your career in any way? I think that sometimes we feel like the UK is quite stush and everyone like is with themselves, but I've seen like you're quite close with a few people.
I'd say I've always had, I feel like I've been lucky. So anyone I've come into contact with, I've gotten well because, not that I've scoped them, but for example, when I'd be doing the dance tutorials, I'd see them on their YouTube and think, oh, they seem like nice people. So the first person I had an encounter with in the industry that was quite well known would be someone called Shantanya Beckford. And I did a dance tutorial with her and we just clicked instantly, and she was really nice to me and she'd take me to events with her as her +1. And that's how I got, and a cosign is so important. And that's how I got to know other people, because they'd see me with her and think, oh, they're going to think, who's this person sort of thing. She must be someone. So that was the first time, and then recently I got to know like Shola Patron, thank you, Shola Patron, Leanne from Love Island, Brooke Oden, who was on the show The Circle, and we all like went away together, and we just really clicked. Like again, we met at an event, I think it was, and then one day I was like, before we went into lockdown, I said, let's all go out for dinner together, and I wasn't sure what they were going to say, and they were all really up for it, and we all got on so well. So I feel like I've been lucky, and I've experienced the nice people in the industry.
Yeah. Because you hear some horror stories about
you do,
what people are really like and stuff.
I'm not surprised.
And trust me, I've encountered... Let me just eat to that. I've encountered some people.
Yeah.
But because of the kind of person I am, I won't put anyone on blast.
Yeah.
Even so, more so that one of the people, I'm still friends with them. Like, we just don't work together anymore because I've seen what you're like in business. Like, personally, I like you, but as a business person.
That is fair. Yeah. Speaking on that's one thing I've learned, and I know you need help elsewhere, but I work best alone because I've realized not every... Oh, wait 1 minute, I'm going to sneeze. No? Not everyone works like me. Like, I want it done now. I'm like, we can go and, like, if I have an idea to shoot something, I want to be like, yeah, let's go and shoot now. Not everyone is like that. Not everyone is willing to not sleep so you can get something done. So that's why I enjoy the fact that I get to work by myself and not rely on anyone.
My goodness. When I saw your schedule, like, you tweeted about it one day, that you did 2 videos during the day, and it was like 6 p.m. and you were about to start a new one. And I was like, this girl is working. My gosh. Because me, I love sleep all. I blame it on my low iron. Like,
okay.
You know, I get tired. I need to sleep. Someone in the background is looking at me like... But when I do work, I work.
Yeah.
That's the thing about me. When I'm awake and I'm alert, like, that's why I like to maximize my mornings. I'm a huge morning person.
Okay.
I don't know whether you've ever seen that TikTok of the guy that rises like...
Oh my god, is it 6:30? I meant to get up like an hour ago. I'm still trying to sleep for a little bit. Oh, so sorry. Do you have a charger? I don't think it's in this bag. Do you have one anywhere else? No, there's nothing in this bag. I'm just gonna go check outside. I'll be so quiet. Oh my god. Morning, Miss Stevens. Do you have a charger? Like a charger. Is there maybe one in your closet?
Early making so much noise. That's me. But as soon as it's nighttime, you won't think it's the same person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's me. But anyway, thank you so much for coming on today. I really, really enjoyed this conversation. And I hope to see more of you as well, like, behind the scenes. I'd love to get to, like, know you more, connect with you and everything. Because you seem like really good vibes. It's very rare in the industry. No, trust me, like, no, Thank you so much. And I really, really hope that you guys at home enjoyed this as well. Where can we find you?
On everywhere, it's Leoni Joyce, LeoniJoyce. And that's everywhere on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Yeah, I am coming back on there as well.
Check it out because I didn't know you had a YouTube.
Yeah, I started when I was 16, so that was what, like, now maybe 13
you find
years
that
ago.
A lot of the true content creators, I would say, that are like in our generation, and that's not to say people can't start late or anything, but a lot of us started young, and it was like when it wasn't really a thing, we were just creating because we loved it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you guys definitely check her out, Leoni.Joyce on everywhere. Is it .Joyce on everywhere?
No, just Leoni Joyce.
Leoni Joyce, okay, cool. And definitely search the hashtag Leoni Joyce edits. You're going to enjoy them thoroughly. Thank you so much for coming on today. Guys, do like this if you liked it, share it with your friends. Comment below on some of the things that we spoke about. Are any of you aspiring influencers, content creators? Have you learned 1 or 2 things from this conversation? Let us know below as well. Follow her on all her socials. Until next time, guys, peace and love. Peace and chunks. And do subscribe.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow.